As you can see, it's been a real slow morning. It's been quite nice. It's been quite nice to say the least. Feels like it's been a pretty chaotic last week here, but nice slow start to the day. I think I'm just gonna do burrito bowls this week for meal prep, truthfully, out of time sake and also just simplicity sake. I think that's the go-to. I do want to talk about, I mentioned this at the end of the vlog last night, but talk about calorie budgeting and things like that and how we can fit that into your weekly schedule and how I go about doing that with my clients. So yeah, let's go grab some groceries. I'm gonna go with the big flakes. That's for now. Because I ain't no bitch. Extra lean, that's actually a really good deal. Hell yeah. It's cheese. Hi, Luce. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a big stretch. That's a big stretch. Good day, my people. Today we're gonna do a little bit of calorie budgeting for the week. So I talked about this last night when I was crushing that delicious Pizza 73 pepperoni pizza with some extra cheese. So how I go about programming my weekly intake for my clients and myself is very, very simple. I want to make this very clear. Every individual is going to have their own personal nuances, metabolism, their own genetics and hormones and predispositions and everything like that. So I'm not saying this is the only way to find your calories. I'm not saying it's the perfect way to find your calories. But this is a fantastic starting point for trying to find your weekly deficit, your weekly maintenance, and your weekly surplus. The only way to get a true idea of this is for you to track your calories. Ideally, track your calories meticulously for a short period of time and measure. What you don't measure, you will not manage. So what I'm trying to say here is if, let's say, you're going to use the goal body weight times 12 for your deficit, do that for at least a week, if not 2 weeks, and track meticulously. If you see the scale going down, wicked, you know you're in a deficit. If it's going down too fast, you can adjust the calories. If it's not going down, you're either not tracking very well and or that's not an appropriate deficit for you, the individual. It's not rocket science. I hate to break it to you, but there's nothing, we don't need to hack your hormones. We don't need to find the proper blood type to create fat loss for you. Fat loss happens when you're in a calorie deficit. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I don't know why I'm moving this in this direction. Regardless, my current goal, because we're going to use myself as an example, is to get to 170 pounds. So I'm currently at 165 pounds. Goal body weight is 170 pounds. I'm fairly active. I actually already kind of know where my numbers should be, but just for learning purposes, I'm going to show. I'm going to be targeting somewhere between kind of 15 and 17. So likely I'm actually going to go for about 16, but for learning purposes, I wanted you to see this. So let's just say for the next week, I'm going to be targeting 2,550 calories per day. Nuance to this. My day-to-day calorie intake really doesn't matter all that much. I want to make it very clear. I'm not promoting intermittent fasting in the sense that I want you to go extreme, deprive yourself Monday through Friday so that you can go and binge on the weekends. That's the last thing I'm saying right now. So I want to make that very clear. For me to maintain, or in this case, get to 170 pounds, I need to eat 17,850 calories each week consistently over a period of time to see my weight get to that goal weight of 170 pounds. When we look at your energy intake, which for those who don't know, a calorie is a unit of measurement for energy. So when we look at your weekly energy intake, we want to make sure that we're paying more attention to this number than the actual daily number. Obviously, in a perfect world, if you can hit that number each and every day, you're going to feel super great. Your energy is going to be nice and high. You're not going to feel malnourished. You're not going to feel deprived. You're not going to feel the need and or desire to go crazy on the weekends and yada yada. Regardless, this is a very simple formula to allow yourself to look at where your calories need to be for the week for you to hit your own personal targets. When I'm programming for a client, I give you a goal calorie, protein, and fiber. When we look at your protein and your fiber intake, ideally, we're targeting 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of goal body weight of protein intake per day, not weekly. Fiber. Men, I want you targeting 25 grams minimum daily. Women, 18 grams minimum daily. Why I program fiber for my clients is that it forces you to eat like an adult. Don't be that turd that's like, I'm just going to get a fiber supplement. Not the same. The idea behind tracking your fiber and making sure you're getting an adequate amount of fiber, you need to eat fruits, you need to eat vegetables, you need to eat lentils, you need to eat multigrains, you need to eat things outside of the sort of if it fits your macros approach. I don't want you thinking about that. I want you thinking about how you're actually intaking micronutrients, because if you're only looking at macronutrients, you're probably going to feel like a piece of ass while you're losing weight. Sometimes when people, they'll label foods like good food versus bad food. It's more about things being calorically dense. It's really what it boils down to. So when we look at quote unquote good foods, they're going to be much more satiating when it comes to trying to stay full, especially if you're someone who's trying to stay in a calorie deficit. You want to stay as full for as long as possible. If I go eat 800 calories of chicken breast, brown rice, vegetables, I'm going to be pretty full for quite some time. If I go eat 800 calories from McDonald's, I'm probably going to be hungry an hour and a half to 2 hours later because it's hyper palatable, meaning that putting you in a calorie surplus, which is going to cause you to gain weight. It's not rocket science. When it comes to intermittent fasting, you're going to lose weight. Great chance if you shorten your eating window pretty substantially, you're going to lose weight. The issue with intermittent fasting is, from a psychological standpoint, oftentimes when we restrict and deprive ourselves, we tend to binge. When we look at that weekly intake, even if you're in a severe calorie deficit Monday through Friday, you go out, you have a couple drinks, you smoke some weed, and you go extreme surplus Friday, extreme surplus Saturday, you feel the shame from Friday and Saturday, you go extreme surplus Sunday, all of a sudden your weekly intake of calories is higher than it needs to be for you to lose weight. The issue with long-term fasting, and there's studies to show this, when you're eating in a condensed window, it's very hard to eat the adequate amount of protein a day. So the issue with this is, yes, you're losing weight. You're also losing muscle, and that's not ideal. When we're trying to hit a goal weight, we're trying to make sure that we're losing body fat, not just body weight. Losing body weight is kind of irrelevant if the majority of what you're losing is muscle. This is actually one of the issues that's coming out with Ozempic and some of the weight loss drugs. Not saying they aren't useful in a certain time in a certain place, but the issue comes down to you're losing so much weight because you have no appetite that the likelihood of you eating that target amount of protein is very, very minimal. So yes, you're losing a lot of weight in most cases, but you're losing a lot of muscle mass, which is a huge, huge, huge issue in the long run. If you have any questions, please, please, please ask in the comments. Helps me out a ton. Also, I'd love to give you a little bit more nuance. If you have any questions or concerns, if you think I'm full of it, let me know. Got me a present. Hello. All right. I'm fired up right now. In a good way. In the best way. But I'm going to do some meal prep. So I'm not going to throw the lentils in this time because I'm going to have chickpeas on the side and I don't want to shat myself all week long. But what I'm going to do actually today is I'm going to be less cinematic with it. And I'm just going to probably keep it on one or two, maybe two angles. But I want to see how fast I can do this in. Just to provide some inspiration for you in the future when you find a delicious food of your choice. Just how efficient you can get with making that meal prep. And again, when I talk about the investment side of things, how many hours in cooking and cleaning that you can save yourself throughout the week. So I'm gonna bust the nut here and get this hammered out. I'll start an actual timer and we're gonna test it today. Just to show I'm not cheating, everything is in place. Nothing is on, nothing is ready to go. Well, it's all ready to go, but nothing is happening so far. It is 2:38. I will, whenever take a picture, show a video. I'll always show a video since this is a vlog. When this is all done, cleaned up, everything ready to go. So let's go now. Bye. crappy rap. I'm not the greatest of rappers, as you could say, but... So for the record, I'll show you. Do you believe me? It's 3:35.
I hope you can see that.
So in under an hour, I got about 8 meals ready to go. So that's my lunch and my dinner for the next 4 days. I'll add up all the macros and everything. And if you watched the vlog last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever I did it with the batch tracking, you'll see how I'm gonna go about this. Super easy. Those are the meals that I had the hardest time with throughout the week, just based off my schedule. Breakfast, super doable with my schedule. So, and then evening snack is typically just Greek yogurt and or protein shake. So super easy. Under an hour. If you guys wanna be nitpicky, by the time I clean the last pot, because the other 2 pots are already clean, as you saw, it'll be like an hour and 5 minutes. And that's including eating. Normally I would clean and then eat, but since I'm vlogging right now, I wanted to show you my delicious wrap. Macro friendly, cost friendly, maybe not environmentally friendly, I don't know. Someone can probably find some hate for that, but regardless, I'm gonna crush this, I'm gonna clean, and then, because I have so much damn time left over, I'm gonna start editing this video. And I know I talked about this last week, make sure you let your meal prep air out quickly, at least like 20 minutes, give or take. One little trick, if you have access to a window, I put it by the windowsill, especially like in the winter / fall seasons, just cools off a little quicker. Not for Lucy's though. Kitchen cleaned, chickpeas ready, fresh. Got our prep done in 1 hour and 7 minutes. It is 5 o'clock. It looks a whole lot later than that, that's for sure. But I'm back to work here for the last 2 clients of the day. I'll be working out with Kelsey. I just edited for the last hour and a half after meal prepping, but I forgot. Well, I thought I plugged in my camera to charge, and apparently I did not. So hopefully we get to watch most of the workout, but we shall see. Okay, everybody, that's a wrap for today. I'm exhausted. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a byproduct of daylight savings, but holy hell. It's 9 o'clock at night right now, and it feels like it's like 2 in the morning. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I feel like I could have done a better job editing this one today, but I don't know. I just got like a bit of a headache. When I went like to the gym for the workout there, it was just a god-awful workout, which is kind of annoying with how good I slept and also how good I ate today. Whatever. So that's it for day 19. As always, if you've made it this far, I sincerely appreciate you. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, do all those things. If you don't, then this channel's not gonna grow. And I want it to grow. So please help me. I need your help, please. But yeah, in all seriousness, thank you very much. I hope you found the nutritional component today helpful. I feel like I could have worded it better, but at the same time too, I did that in one take and was like, man, well, is what it is. So I'm practicing, as you all know, at this point. And yeah, I'm pooped. So I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna eat my burrito bowl, which is delicious. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video today.
and I shall see you for day 20 tomorrow. Crazy.